I'm not sure what else I want to say. I know no one else does videos like this. They're just like unplanned blurbs of thought. Like they're all planned out videos, but trying to look at you guys directly to be more engaging. That's my plan. That's me really looking at you. So I watch these kind of like inspirational people on YouTube that are like um, talking about like energy, and so they talk to like a collective about what energy they're reading, and sometimes those like really apply to my life and they provide me encouragement and stuff. Um, I look a little bit like Princess Leia, not in the face but in the hair. Um, well, I think I have the same shape face she had in the old Star Wars. Um, but one thing I've been planning on getting around to is like talking about maybe I'll keep this vague. There's been someone like I haven't been getting along with. I don't know if I should say it or not. Where I live. Um, he was making noise in the kitchen when I was trying to sleep. I don't know what time it was, but it was late. And with his girlfriend or something. I just don't know if she's his girlfriend, but they hang out. Um, and yeah, so I was trying to get a ride from someone else I live with. So I was knocking on their door a bunch, and I knocked pretty loud. And when it was 11 a.m. that I did this, and it was 12:30 a.m. that I did this. So I feel like I understand why it was inconsiderate what I did, but the guy said he would be awake and then he would give me a ride to go get my stuff I had accidentally ordered to my old address. Um, so yeah, when he confronted me with like this like kind of mean, demanding demeanor, I said, "You want me to be quiet? You need to be quiet." And then I said it again after he like chastised me again for knocking on the door. Um, I do understand why that's really annoying, but he was being really annoying too a couple nights and like really not caring that I needed to sleep. So I mean, what goes around comes around. I didn't do it on purpose that way, but I was just trying to wake up the other guy so he could give me a ride. um, but yeah, I'm kind of afraid to run into him again because it would just be nerve-wracking after he like didn't help me when he said he would. I don't know how I'm gonna react, and I don't really want to start a conflict. I mean, I'm not gonna react in any sort of like abrasive way, but I don't want to like feel the inner torment of disappointment and aggression that I might feel. So, yeah. Um, well, my roommates probably won't see this. It's not like they look up my name or whatever on YouTube or whatever. If you look it up on the internet, you find an old picture of me when I was 21, I believe. And if you keep looking, scrolling down, you'll find well, this might only be on newspapers.com now, but there used to be a link to the scholarship I won in high school to go to college, the National Horatio Alger Scholarship. They gave me $20,000 to go to school. And honestly, I don't know what I would have done without that. But, yeah. Just made it a lot easier. And then my grandparents hadn't said for sure they were going to help me with college anyway, so I didn't know. So, I mean, I applied for the scholarship. my grandparents paid for my books in school, which was nice. But then I didn't have to follow any sort of prescribed plan, whereas my grandparents might have been like, don't study resource conservation, which is what I studied, or something like that. My grandfather wasn't sure if I needed to study that to get a job in it, which, you don't technically have to do that, but it's harder to get a job, I think, if you don't have a degree in the Forest Service and whatever. This one guy I met at Ace Hardware when I worked there, he told me just, like, to lie in every question, like, because if you don't, you can't get an interview. Because they ask for so many specific things, like when you go to USA Jobs and you try to apply for forestry positions. That if you're one person, you most likely didn't do them all. But, yeah. Starting to come back to myself here.